in the middle of the recording. I'm sorry. Hey, everybody, what's up? How you doing? Good evening. Tonight, we're talking about void replacements. Congratulations, everybody, on your success. Very important. I want to read you something before we get into tonight's lesson, if you'll indulge me. This is some folks' favorite part of our hour together. Some people despise this part. They really do. They really do. I'm not just saying that. I'm not being the center of attention and creating drama. People really despise this, and it's uncomfortable for me, but I'm just going to let it rip anyway. Because if you don't use the information that we teach, the information we teach it's not going to do you any good. Sherry says, I'm struggling. Tell us why you think you're struggling. And first of all, congratulations, you come to the right place. You never know when something's going to be said by someone that flips your switch. After all, and Sherry, I don't know if you do better with positive reinforcement and love and coddling, or if you deal better with somebody confronting you. My daddy used to call it getting in my wagon. You tell me which one you prefer, and I'll be sweet. If you want me to be sweet, I'll be sweet. I don't know if it'll do you any good if I'm sweet. If you prefer a confrontation, I'll let you have it. And we'll get you out of that struggling mentality because we care. Hey, Kevin, down 51 since April the 16th. You know, there's a song, Proud Mary. Tina Turner sung it. Her and Ike, remember that? Left a good job in the city. They did it slow, and then they did it rough and fast. How do y'all want it tonight? Oh, yeah, they'll tell you, Karen, you look sick. It's funny, though, when I was 300 pounds, and nobody tell me I looked sick. It was only when I got healthy and lean they told me I looked sick. Jealous boogers. Truth. You want truth. Well, that usually comes in the form of roughness. The truth will set you free, but it'll piss you off first. Hey, everybody. Sherry wants confirmation. Confirmation or confrontation? Confirmation. Somebody wants Jack. I can give you a dose of Jack. We don't have time to be struggling. First of all, number one, this is not going to make anybody happy. Number one, I'm digressing. I'm not talking to Sherry because this might get rough. Sherry might need a hug. Let me tell you something. This is not a struggle. Some of y'all need to gain, I know I say it every class, but some of us need to gain perspective on what a struggle is. This is not a struggle. You did this to yourself. You're going to have to take ownership. Yeah, you ate as much as you wanted, when you wanted, as often as you wanted. You used food the wrong way. You've overindulged. You've gratified yourself over and over and over again when other people that were lean and healthy weren't and didn't. Yes, you've eaten more than your fair share, way more than your fair share, while people all over the globe are starving to death. Are you guilting me? No, the devil does that. What I'm telling you is they're struggling. You're not struggling. If it's a struggle for you to go into the let me break it. Okay, I'm going on a tangent. Got another one struggling. If this is a struggle, we just need to. You remember in school when they would put the sign on our back, kick me, and then people kick you, and you didn't know that you had a sign on your back. Some of us need to put a sign on our back, sugar britches. Sugar britches. You ain't never going to get this done if you're a sugar britches. You have forgot who you are. You have forgot who you are. You are more than a conqueror. You were made to overcome. You were made to overcome obstacles. You were made to remove mountains, to move them out of your way, to go around them, to go over them, to go under them. You were made for such a thing as this. But you have forgotten who you are. Do you know how you figure out who you are? Huh? Do you know how to figure out who you are? Listen, until you believe in who you are, you're going to struggle. Because after belief, listen, some of you done tuning me off. I didn't know I was going to go on a tangent. This is the truth. Can I get a witness? Can I get an amen? Behavior follows belief. You don't believe in yourself. Therefore, you behave like everything's a struggle. This is nothing. I'm going to get to it in a minute. I'm going to tell you how easy it is. Listen, you forgot who you are. And you're not going to remember who you are until you figure out who you are not. You don't know who you are until you know who you're not. So go look in the mirror. Is that who you are? Somebody that looks in the mirror and says, this is too hard for me. I've gained weight and it's too hard for me. I'm not intelligent enough to figure this stuff out. I don't have the work ethic to do this. I prefer just to live in disease and decay, premature disease and illness. I prefer to stay here because I ain't got what it takes to go in the grocery store and instead of buying the old foods that I bought, just buy some new foods. I'm not able to do that. I'm not able to redirect the dollar I spent on the junk and direct it over here and spend it on the approved stuff. I'm not able, instead of buying white bread, the whiter the bread, the quicker you're dead. Instead of buying that, I'm going to buy Nature's Own double fiber wheat bread. Instead of buying a corn tortilla, I'm going to buy a La Tortilla factory tortilla. Explain to me. It doesn't take you any more time. You are already going to the grocery store. It don't take you any more money. You are already spending your money. What is the struggle? What is the struggle? As long as you keep talking like this is the struggle, you'll never be successful. What are you going to do when real struggle comes? The Bible says this. The Bible says that the people of God, we were doing this. This is what we do. Straining at a gnat and swallowing a camel. That's right. This is a struggle. Eating breakfast for the Father, lunch for the Son, dinner for the Holy Spirit. You mean eating the meals that I had today? I had 3 meals. They were good tasting meals. They helped me burn fat. That's a struggle when people are starving to death. That's no struggle. That's a privilege. I'm getting to engage in a privilege and get my health and life back. It's a struggle. What are we talking about tonight, everybody? This is easy. Y'all need to go, woo! I'm going to scalp this thing. Somebody needs to get fired up. This is insane. A struggle. You need to get new perspective. What's the struggle about? Somebody tell me what the struggle is. It's just that you've forgotten who you are because you don't know who you're not. Look in the mirror. Is this sad person that's overweight and can't lose weight and can't get motivated? Is that who you are? Is that who you are? Is that who you believe you are? That's why you're behaving the way you behave. When somebody tells me this is hard, I don't have time, it takes too much money, they're telling me what they believe about themselves. And what your belief is about yourself is going to dictate your behavior. I'm more than a conqueror. You know, I'm not going to say it's hard when it's not hard. This is easy. I've lost over 100 pounds and come off multiple prescription medications, and I stand by the strawberries in Walmart and bless the name of the Lord because of what He's done for me. I believe in myself. I ought to believe in myself because God believes in me and God don't make no jump. You need to fix this. Time keeps on slipping. Time is slipping by. I know the days go by slow, but the years are going by fast. Can I get a witness? The days are going by slow and it's a struggle, but the years are going by fast. When will you step back in to who you were created to be? This is not who you are. This is not who you are on the inside. What you're looking at in the mirror is not who you are on the inside. You need to fix it. You need to know who you are. by knowing who you are not anymore. I'm not that person anymore. I'm not big bone Travis. I'm not fat Travis. I'm not sick Travis. I'm not unconfident Travis. I'm not that guy anymore. I've had a conversion. I know who I am, and I'm going to behave accordingly, and you should too. You're going to have faith if you're going to do this. You're not going to be successful without faith. Hebrews chapter 11, verse 4. By faith, Abel offered up unto God a more excellent sacrifice than Cain, by which he obtained witness that he was righteous, God testifying of his gifts, and by it being dead yet speaking. By faith, Enoch was translated that he should not see death and was not found, because God had translated him. But without faith, it's impossible to please God. By faith, Noah, being warned of God of things not seen as yet, moved with fear, prepared an ark to the saving of his house. And it goes on and on and on. By faith, Abraham. By faith, David. By faith, Sarah. By faith, Isaac. You're going to have faith in God, and you're going to have faith in yourself, or you're not going to be successful. How many of y'all, and then we'll get to it, Jennifer, bear with me. How many of you tonight, hey, Lachelle, how many of you believe that Jesus is the King of Kings and Lord of Lords, and in some form or fashion, whether literal or figurative, he's coming back in the clouds of glory to get you? Who believes that? Does anybody believe that? Y'all believe that? Now, wait a minute. Other than on a Marvel movie or a DC Comics movie, where have you ever seen a man flying in the sky? Y'all sing about it in church. I'll fly away, oh glory. We're going to meet him in the air. Y'all sing about it in church. Y'all act like you believe it. You believe it with everything in you. Some of you do. Some of you say you believe in that literally, some figuratively. But y'all believe, boy, he's coming back in the clouds of glory, and we're going to be reunited with King Jesus. How many of y'all believe that? Some of y'all do, huh? Well, why do we strain at a gnat and swallow a camel? Why can we believe in these big things, but we can't believe that we've got God-given discipline to eat breakfast for the Father, lunch for the Son, and dinner for the Holy Spirit, and overcome food addiction? Give me a break. Children of the living God, rise up, act like you're children of King Jesus, and get this thing done. Get it done. Let this be the year. If you've got 100 pounds or less to lose, you can be done by Christmas. If you got more than that, you can make great headway into being a new person if God gives us a 2019. Now, let's get with it. All right. So here's the deal. New folks, I get you a little private message, please. I thought this was a class on food. Can't help it, y'all. Y'all just going to have to let me indulge sometime. All right, you got to watch the daily doses. Got to watch the daily doses. Take the test, pass the test, earn the badge. That will teach you the basic fundamentals of our lifestyle. That is not this class, where we talk about the Shibboleth shield. Drink your water, journal, eating the right food combinations to control insulin, eating the right portions to ensure calorie deficit, and then you time your meals right so that we heal the digestive system. This is a perfect day, okay? That's a perfect day. After 2 perfect days, you're in efficient fat burning. If you so much as lick the cheese dust off a Dorito, we call that a holiday. You get 6 holidays a month to eat whatever you want. We're not taking your Oreos away from you, but you got a problem, so you can only have them 6 days a month. You deviate from the plan a little bit, it's a holiday. You deviate from the plan a lot, it's a holiday. If you go over 6 holidays while you're in weight loss mode, then we start calling those blow-up days, and you call for a May Day. Tonight, we're talking void replacements. How many of y'all carry a survival kit? Jennifer, appreciate you. Don't know if that's what Sherry meant, but I'll tell you this, Sherry, I got a lot of old doubts in my heart too. We all do. We love you. We're in this together. So If that's what your challenge is, you ought to take Jennifer up on it. It just takes a little faith. Faith this big will get you born again. No, not this big. The grain of a mustard seed. Our God, by the way, sorry, I'm gonna follow along with Jennifer here. Then we'll get to food. This is more important than food. Can I tell you something about Jesus? Everybody acts like Jesus is like man, like you and I, and he's not. He's not an Indian giver. He don't give something and expect anything in return. He's a charitable giver. He gives things to people that don't deserve it, and he don't ask anything in return. You just have to have faith and believe that. Love you guys. Sherry said, I'm heaven bound. She meant something else. That's what I thought. Hey, everybody. All right, so we're going to get with it. How many of you got a void replacement? You need to carry a void replacement. A survival kit. So real quick, before we get into the void replacement PowerPoint, I carry a survival kit, and it depends on my mood. Of course, at home, I got everything I need. But when I'm not at home, and you just never know when you're going to end up going on you're going to have to meet with some coworkers or a client or whatever. Your coworkers and peers invite you to the Mexican restaurant. Instead of going in there and feeling a void while other people's eating devil chips, it's important to have a survival kit. Make that part of your daily method of operation. Make that, Sherry, I sure wish I could help you. You need to love you. Jesus loves you. Stop. You've hurt my feelings. You'll love yourself if you do your best. That's how we love ourselves. We do our best. All right. So survival kit. In my survival kit depends on my mood. So I carry my approved tortillas with me. Never know when you're going to need them. They're shelf stable. I carry my salad dressing with me because you'll get in so much trouble if you don't carry your salad dressing with you. Because if you go to a restaurant, about all you can have, if you don't have your salad dressing, is just squeeze lemons and limes on your salad, or have light Italian if by chance they have it. Because you can have a package of honey mustard dressing and think you've done no harm, and you got 400 calories there. So you can't lose weight that way. I carry a survival kit. I don't want to feel or experience any voids. I carry almonds with me, usually the cocoa roasted lately. That way, if I need my snack, I have a handful of cocoa roasted almonds. So you're going to have to figure out where it is that you go, where life gets in the way, and you find yourself in these situations where you have voids. Fill your survival kit to take care of those voids. Chips, I got to have approved chips because I might go to the Mexican restaurant. I might need them. I'm not going to stare at them in the back of the truck all day and then have a snack if I don't need it. It's for my mental weakness. So if I go in the Mexican restaurant, hey, now I've got what I need. If I end up at a fast food restaurant because that's where whoever I was riding with wanted to go, then I've got my bread. You've got to think through what needs to go in your survival kit and keep a survival kit, because we don't do good as human beings with voids. We don't do good with that. When we have a void, we want to fill the void. If you don't have something to fill the void, you'll do what everybody else is doing. If I'm tasting, we're traveling, we're on the road a lot. If I'm traveling, going to the convenience store, then Reese's just stare at me. And I start thinking chocolate and peanut butter. So I have my peanut butter patties in my survival kit. And then see, all of a sudden, I don't even think about those. I don't want to buy those. I got what I need out in the car. Are you with me? How do you keep salad dressing with you in your survival kit? Because it needs refrigeration after opening. I keep the little Walden Farms calorie-free single packs. That's what I keep. Walden Farms is also fine in a survival kit for several hours without refrigeration. A lot of them are shelf stable, even though they say put them in the fridge. You'll be okay over that time frame. But heck fire, I've been known in the summer, because the peanut butter patties will melt. Milk chocolate melts, I think, at 77 degrees. So I just throw those little fake ice cubes in my little cooler, and I'm ready to go. It doesn't take any time. A lot of this is, how bad do you want it? How bad do you want it? If these little bitty things that take minutes to do, like journal, if those are an inconvenience to you and you're just not going to do them, you're going to struggle. Hey, Patricia. At last, garlic and onion protein beans are an amazing alternative to chips. I agree, and they're better for you than chips full of protein and fiber, Rachel. Good call. Becky says Sprouts carries the individual pack of Walden Farms too. Just make sure you get the calorie-free, not the sugar-free. Okay, let's get our PowerPoint up. I'm going to share my screen. Bear with me. Now, these are not going to be all the void replacements. There's no way that we could, but it opens your mind up. This will open your mind up. You've got a void. We want to fill the void. There's a new feature on the website. I don't know that it's done. I don't know that it's totally done, but it's going to be really cool. Because you can go and click on Reese's and it shows you what the void replacement for it is. It's under resources. I'm not sure if it's done yet, but it's a cool feature on the website where you click the item you're craving and it'll give you alternatives that help with fat loss. Does anybody know why these help with fat loss? Does anybody know why these help? Mo's onto it. Less sugar, yes. Some will have sugar, but the most important part, most important thing to note here is that the void replacements are going to have enough protein and or fiber to neutralize insulin. It should be a sin not to talk more about insulin and weight loss programs all across America, because insulin is the primary reason, even beyond overconsumption of calories, that people store so much fat. Case in point, I don't know if y'all have experienced this. If you've been around long enough, if you go, let's say you've lost a lot of weight and you go back to overeating, a lot of our people lose their discipline and start overeating, but at least they start overeating foods that are better for them, the approved foods. You'll notice slower weight gain when you're eating too much of an approved food versus too much of an unapproved food, because we're still neutralizing insulin. So it's important that when we're losing weight too, that we neutralize insulin by making sure the products that we use have enough protein and fiber in them. You gain weight back a lot faster when you're spiking insulin. So Rolos. What would be a void replacement for Rolos? Curb Bites from Chakarite. We'll talk more about Chakarite in this lesson. Excuse me. We'll talk more about Curb Bites, but about Chakarite products. But they put out several good products like these Curb Bites. Now, bad news on the first slide. I think just the first slide I was told that this may be discontinued. And it's a shame, because they've been a go-to for me for a long time. You often see the healthier products come on the market and go off the market. There's a demand for them, but people aren't ready to act on that demand. And that's a shame. You know, you see that with, we've got a big cry out for clean eating class, but when I start having the clean eating classes, nobody comes. You know, they want it, but they're not truly ready for it yet. So same thing for healthier products and alternatives. We have to keep our eye on it for you all the time, because they come and go real fast. That's the only downside. So what about spaghetti noodles? I grew up with Mueller's spaghetti. Anybody else grow up with Mueller's spaghetti? Yeah, if I ate a saucer full of white Mueller's pasta, I've got what's equivalent to 30 teaspoons of sugar. It's going to spike blood sugar. And then you put the wrong kind of beef on it, full of fat, and you got insulin being spiked. And insulin's a fat storage hormone, and then it grabs the fat that you're ingesting at that meal and then in subsequent meals too. It's not good. Mandy says, this and rice are my weakness. But see, here's the thing that I want to keep injecting into the conversation. It shouldn't be a weakness. It should be a strength now, because there's products like this that are going to taste like spaghetti noodles that will control insulin. So you turn it into a strength. It's no longer a weakness if you buy in. So this is not a good pasta. You say, well, it doesn't have sugar on the label. I think you're lying. Well, it does have starch, and starch is going to metabolize like sugar. So you've got Explore Cuisine is just one void replacement. I put these because these are the best. I think carbonara is later in our lesson, but carbonara pasta is a good one. Fiber Gourmet pasta is a good one. A lot of people will even use spaghetti squash or the zucchini, the thing that will spiral the zucchini like pasta. You've got miracle noodles. There's a lot of different void replacements. My favorite, if I look at the whole picture, is Explore Cuisine pastas, because they taste good and they're healthy. You look in the ingredients, they're clean. It's usually going to say black beans and water, and it tastes really good. In fact, pasta actually just takes on the flavor of whatever you cook it in. I use Hunt's tomato sauce, McCormick sauce mix, and Laura's lean ground beef, 96% lean ground beef. And I make some of the most delicious spaghetti with black bean pasta and the mung bean pasta. What about tater chips? I like my tater chips. Well, we've got lots of void replacements. You've got meat chips, but I want you, these are getting harder to find. Let me give you some more. I don't know if they're going to come later in the slide because my team helped with the PowerPoint. But write these down. I think they're coming up. Health-wise chips. Yes, thank you, Lachelle. Health-wise chips. Big difference from eating a Lay's potato chip. Health-wise chips. High protein. No fat bus. Bonitos. Bonitos. A great chip alternative. There's two more right there. And there are more in the library. So you can get Bonitos at a local grocery store. You can get health-wise chips at health food retailers like us. But either way, you got a chip, double bites. I love double bites. Double bites, shaped like a corn chip. What about something like an Almond Joy? Got a great replacement for this. If I eat an Almond Joy, I'm going to spike my blood sugar. I'm going to store fat during that eating episode, and I'm going to store fat for up to 2 days after that. So in a moment of weakness, it's not worth it to have something like this. Why not just switch and have something that tastes the same but is much, much better for you? Nancy nailed it. And oh yeah, think about it. Nancy, that's awesome that you know this stuff. Oh yeah, one bar. Only 1 gram of sugar, 21 grams of protein, and they have several different flavors that would be a void replacement for some of your other favorite candies. But this one is literally, to me, tastes better than an Almond Joy. Don't eat sugar, right? Not processed sugar. Certainly some of our recipes and things will have a little sugar because we make sure that there's enough protein and fiber to neutralize the negligible amount of sugar that may be in something. But when it comes to just adding sugar, don't go adding sugar. Don't do it. I may go on a rant here. I'll try not to. use an approved sweetener in recipes, in your coffee or whatever. You've got, write these down. You've got Amica, liquid stevia. You've got sweet leaf sweet drops. You've got monk fruit. You've got xylitol. For those of you not opposed to it, you've got sucralose or Splenda. Again, I know a lot of people give it a bad rap. You don't have to do that. People freak out. You don't have to do Splenda. You can do stevia. You can do monk fruit. But I would say this, why in the world would we freak out over Splenda? Do you really think that it's worse for you than the medications that you're on for high blood pressure, for acid reflux, for high cholesterol? Do you really think that a little negligible amounts of sucralose is worse for you than those medications? No, it can actually help you get off medications because your problem has been too much sugar. But have plenty of sugar. If you go to my cabinets right now, you will find plenty of sugar substitutes in case I want to sweeten something up a little bit. What about peanut butter? Well, almost all peanut butter is going to be approved. Nutella is not peanut butter. What we're looking for here, certainly there's my approved peanut butters or my preferred peanut butters like Nuts and More. Nuts and More peanut butter is going to be a higher protein peanut butter. I can have a perfect pairing banana sandwich with this peanut butter. So there's a reason I like the higher protein peanut butters. What we're looking for, though, when you're shopping for peanut butters is try to stay away from peanut butters where in the ingredients it says hydrogenated vegetable oil, whether fully hydrogenated or partial. You'll see hydrogenated oils in a lot of foods, but the problem is peanut butter is just inundated with it, the cheap kinds. I think the cheapest one we approve is Jif Natural. That one's okay. 1 tablespoon of peanut butter is a snack portion. 2 tablespoons of peanut butter is a meal portion. So if I'm looking at a meal portion, I can take 2 tablespoons of peanut butter with a category 2 bread, and I got I got a peanut butter sandwich. Yes, Rachel, peanut butter and company white chocolate wonderful is amazing. Only problem with those flavored peanut butters that we do approve, they taste so good sometimes you can't stop. So just make sure you have stopping power, because there are a lot of calories. What about these sweet and salty mixes? Sweet and salty mixes. We have a product called cinnamon swirls with chocolate bites. So, and there's other granola type of mixes in the library that will give you the sweet and salty flavor. One of my favorite, though, is the cinnamon swirl with chocolate bites. High protein, no fat bust. You get that sweet, salty craving all at once. Another pasta here. Here we've got fettuccine Alfredo. Several ways to do this. You don't have to buy this in a box. Now, this is just a great weight loss meal. What you see there in the picture is my fettuccine microwavable fat. You don't have to microwave it either. You can boil water, but microwavable fettuccine Alfredo. I think my son, he's been with me for a week, and he's eat like every package of my fettuccine Alfredo. He loves this stuff. It is kid approved. But they also have a mac and cheese that tastes like Kraft mac and cheese. Look what I did to this little bowl of fettuccine. I put hemp flakes in it to get my protein in there. I could have turned it into tuna helper and put tuna in there. I could have turned it into beef helper and put approved beef in there. Makes for a really satisfying, surprisingly satisfying meal. It was a few weeks ago. I had this fettuccine with baby shrimp. I sauteed baby shrimp that I got at Publix, little bitty baby shrimp, sauteed them in MCT oil, and then put them in the fettuccine, and it's just good. Now, could you make your own? Yeah, you can get the approved. No Better Foods makes a fettuccine noodle. Carbonata Pasta makes a fettuccine-like noodle. You've got the one that we've already talked about, Explore Cuisine, has like a fettuccine noodle. And then you just get Bertolli Light Alfredo sauce and put Bertolli Light Alfredo on your pasta. And you've got fettuccine that way. This brand is called Advanced Health Systems. It is made for people who are trying to lose weight. Hot chocolate. I actually had it this morning. Right now I'm hooked on mixing the Moringa hot chocolate because of its antioxidant properties. Moringa and health-wise, but you could just do one or the other if you wanted to. But the hot chocolate for me in the mornings, some of y'all are going to scoff because you're new to the program and you're thinking, I need more food. But many mornings, this is my meal. Some of my best feeling days, fat loss days, and when I just have a hot chocolate for breakfast. Like this morning, I mixed one package of Moringa hot chocolate to get the wellness benefit with one package of Healthwise Irish Cream hot chocolate to get the protein benefit. So my meal was over 20 grams of protein, 8 grams of fiber, amazing weight loss meal, easy on my digestive system because it's pre-digested. What about barbecue chips? Tasting barbecue chips. See, when I go to my pantry, I got void replacements. Even on my holidays, I don't know if y'all understand this. I'm not giving us a license to sin. But even on my holidays, I'm eating better stuff than I used to. I don't have the same high levels of insulin in my system. I'm focused on what I can have. I've got the blinders on. I don't freak out about this. I go, what am I craving? And no matter what I'm craving, I know what the void replacement is. And that's what I do. If I want spaghetti, I know how I'm cooking it. If I want fettuccine, I know how I'm cooking it. If I'm craving barbecue chips, I know how I'm doing it. If I want popcorn, I know how I'm doing it. I'm not saying I can overindulge, but even on the days I overindulge, I'm still overindulging in foods that don't make me fat fast. They'll make you fat, but not fast. You understand what I'm saying? Butter. Switch out your butter. It's not that you can't cook in regular butter. Let me see if y'all have been paying attention in recent classes. Yes, the void replacement is ghee butter. I love ghee butter. I love it. It's clarified butter, a lot of MCTs in clarified butter. You can cook in regular butter. It's just not as good as ghee butter. Why is that? Why do I, what happens, this is not the best specific question, but what happens when you cook in regular butter? You can do it, but what happens? Somebody fill me in. I love the salt and vinegar health-wise too. Lachelle. Yvonne, you're after my heart. I love smart people. Yvonne, are people who listen, we're all smart. Some of us just don't listen. Yvonne nailed it. Tammy nailed it. So it changes the category of your food. So anytime I don't know what my food's cooked in or with, or anytime I know that it's butter or olive oil or whatever, I've got to make sure there are no category 3s on that plate. There are no category 5s on that plate. And there are very little to no category 6s on that plate if I want to lose weight. Hey, we just talked about this one. I grew up with this stuff. Kraft mac and cheese, just switch. Advanced Health Systems mac and cheese, when made right, tastes like Kraft mac and cheese. I mean, a few nights ago, I had one package of Advanced Health Systems mac and cheese with chicken breast. It was awesome. It's just clean. It's just a good fat-burning meal. It's delicious. It's funny because everybody in the house likes theirs thick. They use less water. That's what's cool about these little individual packets. They like theirs thick. I like mine soupy. I like soupy mac and cheese. So anyway. Apple Jacks. What's a better option than Apple Jacks? K's Natural cereals. Very, very high protein. You're going to find that a lot of cereals are in our library like Apple Jacks. Apple Jacks may or may not be in the library. But there's a lot of cereals that are going to surprise you that are in the library. But you have to put fat-free Fairlife milk with them or Kroger Carb Master milk. K's Natural cereal is a gluten-free, high-protein cereal that's delicious, and it may be the only cereal that I can tell you is great for weight loss and great for wellness. We have one that's great for weight loss, Advanced Health System Cinnamon Crisp, and it's fine. If it's good for weight loss, it's good for wellness, but not like K's Natural. K's Natural is the bomb. Great product. What about pudding? You buy a high-protein pudding mix. You don't eat this starch-filled junk. You get my thing's not pudding. I don't eat, but for those of you that eat pudding, you've got another great product to replace pudding with. What you ought to do is just switch to G butter, right? If you want something sweet. Chef Boyardee spaghetti and meatballs. There's going to be several frozen meals in the library. Remember, this is not an unabridged PowerPoint. This is abridged. I'm pointing you to resources. There's plenty of other options if you don't like health-wise, but I love health-wise spaghetti and meatballs. They have turkey chili, spaghetti and meatballs, lasagna, Oriental chicken and rice. They have some good ones. And I know that our clean eating folks are going to say, I cannot believe that you're talking about this processed stuff. Listen, we're talking about weight loss. We're stopping the bleeding. Then we can move to clean eating. But health-wise this is a coach mode meal right here. Slow digesting ingredients. It's late at night. I'm craving ice cream. We have more than 60 different approved ice creams. I don't know why Curb Bites just come up there. Wrong thing come up. So ice cream, write this down because something happened to the PowerPoint. I don't know what happened to the PowerPoint. That's really weird. So write this down for ice cream. Here's a few for you. Ice cream void replacement would be the Blue Bunny Sweet Freedom brand. Blue Bunny Sweet Freedom. These are all in the library. Halo Top, Arctic Zero, and the Shibboleth ice cream mix. Any of those would be a great void replacement for ice cream. What about tortillas? Tell you what, Lachelle, I had the G butter the other night. I had a snack. I had a mental weakness and I had a snack. And I took the lid off of the G butter brownie. I filled the lid to get the right portion, microwaved it for 45 seconds, making what tasted like a homemade ooey gooey brownie. And then I had 2 tablespoons of vanilla Halo Top. Had brownie and ice cream. Well, Lord, Travis, I'd need a whole pint of ice cream and 4 brownies. I can't help you with that. You'll have to call that a holiday. We're trying to lose weight here, change our behaviors. I want to eat just enough to satisfy. I want to have the mouth pleasure. But when I swallow that, I don't want it messing up my fat burning systems. So you can't overeat this stuff. You have to eat it in the right portions. Tortillas, more than a bunch. There's a bunch of tortillas. La Tortilla Factory 50-calorie tortilla is the best one. You've got Joseph's high fiber flatbreads. You've got the No Better wraps. You've got Olay Extreme Wellness tortillas. There's plenty of approved tortillas that are slow enough digesting that you won't have a problem like you will if you're eating a corn tortilla or some other type of tortilla. Baby Ruth. My dad brought 2 candy bars home for me and my brother when he would get off work. It was either Baby Ruth, so I love Baby Ruth. So it was either a Baby Ruth or a whatchamacallit. We got void replacements for both. But Baby Ruth, void replacement, real simple. Oh yeah bars. Man, do they ever have the flavors. They've got some of the best tasting bars. Now, if you eat the entire bar, you're pushing it because it's a big bar. And if you do eat the entire bar, you need to call that a meal. I'd rather you eat half the bar and call it a meal. Half the bar is also a snack. So why would I ever eat a Baby Ruth that shoots my blood sugar through the roof, takes me out of fat burning for 2 days? I mean, within 5 minutes, the Baby Ruth's gone, the pleasure's gone, and it just comes with pain. Let's make the switch. Again, I have to stress, this is not to say that you can go on and on and on eating all this stuff endlessly. You've got to still follow the shield. 3 meals a day, no grazing. If you must have an approved snack because of mental weakness, go ahead. When you have an approved snack and freebies, unless you're significantly overweight, then that's a maintenance day. But that's good because it's not, you didn't go backwards 2 days. When I have breakfast for the Father, lunch for the Son, dinner for the Holy Spirit, gut it out, then that is, it's perfect meals. That's a fat loss kind of day. Switch your oils. Again, it goes back to the butter. You can cook in pure vegetable oil. I don't care, but you can't have any category 3s, any category 5s, any category 6s. If I cook in 100% MCT oil, I don't have a problem, and I might even enhance my fat burning. Need to do that. Need to do that. Rice Krispie treats. Hey, we have void replacements for those. We have high protein Rice Krispie treats, and you also have the Shibboleth Fluffy Vanilla Crisp Protein Bar, which tastes better than a Rice Krispie treat. Yeah, some of y'all are bringing up void replacements that are terrific that aren't in this PowerPoint because this is very abridged. We're working on an unabridged version of this that will be never ending based upon your ideas in the library for void replacements. What about these little brownies? I grew up on these. I love the Little Debbies. I love what Jason Whitener says when he was overweight. He says, I was having an affair with a Little Debbie, and that's why he gained weight. But anyway, it's a good story. So you got the G-Butter brownies, but you also got brownies like this. Robert Irvine's Fit Crunch Cookie Dough Brownie. They've also got one that's just straight up chocolate, no vanilla, no cookie dough. You got to taste this stuff. I've referenced it several times because we're addicted at the house. Thank you, Cindy Walters, for coming up, telling us about this months and months ago. G-Butter cookie dough. I'm telling you, I just assumed, I've been taking this cookie dough, I'm telling you, as a meal. I've been taking, because you get a half a cup as a meal if you wanted to go that high. I don't have to go that high, but I can make me a big, it's like buying a hot birthday cookie. I can't explain it to you. There's plenty of chocolate chips in it, but I've been taking this stuff and even melting some No Better Foods chocolate chips in there so that it's just ooey and gooey. Man, I love this stuff as a meal. Why a meal? Because I can't stop with a snack. It's so good. The white chocolate is awesome, Michelle. What about these 5-hour energy things? These things give you a crash. You don't want to do that. You know, go with a protein shot if you like those little shots. Get those amino acids. That'll do it in a non-caffeinated way. If you want a caffeine source that's healthier than the 5-hour energy, go Advocare Spark. Go excess energy drinks. Do those. But if you like the little shot things, get the protein shots. You're preserving muscle, building the metabolism, controlling the appetite. Those little shots are a go-to for me. 15 grams of protein. I can be at the gym doing the jiu-jitsu, go over there between rounds, get me a shot of this, and I'm getting amino acids. Smoothies. You like those smoothie drinks? We've got smoothies. I'll give you've got zero drag protein shakes that come in these little bottles. Put water to the line and shake it up and you're good. Great survival kit item. But also the Oh Yeah, you can find in so many grocery stores carry Oh Yeah. If you don't like shopping with us, go get a Oh Yeah shake, ready to drink, RTD. They have strawberry. It tastes like a smoothie. A lot of these are in your grocery stores. A lot of them we carry. But for everything that we carry, there's a void replacement for what we carry that works at a grocery store. You just have to tell us what you're looking for. The goo gel packs, for those of you that are into endurance and running, don't do these. Don't do these energy gels full of sugar. Do something like a Health Warrior bar. Or do something like Advocare Rehydrate. They have gel packs. But don't swallow loads of sugar and spike your blood sugar to the point that now you can't burn any fat for 2 days. Bruschetta. I love these little Proti Toast. Man, I love those. An entire pack of Proti Toast is a portion. The entire pack. I like to take turkey pepperoni, lay the turkey pepperoni on each one, melt some fat-free cheese over the top to hold the turkey pepperoni down, and I've got a great late-night quick meal. Half the pack be a snack with all that on there. Fat-free cream cheese on these. That works good. So many options. If you just get creative, you'll get creative when you put the blinders on. When you really focus on what you can have and not on what you cannot have, and you give yourself no exception policy on eating the old stuff, you'll get so creative with the things that are on your island, right? Another cookie. They put this PowerPoint together with some cookies. Quest Bar chocolate chip dough. For those of you that don't like Quest bars, I like them without them being heated. But you can put these in the microwave 10, 15 seconds and it makes them much more pliable to eat. Cheez-Its. Got to have a void replacement for Cheez-It. Tastes just like a Cheez-It, but full of fiber. I can have up to 100 of these little boogers as one snack. That one little bitty pack there, 11 grams of fiber. So much better than a Cheez-It. A Cheez-It's going to spike your blood sugar, therefore give you a huge dose of insulin, not Fiber Gourmet Cheez-Its. No. These are going to shut down the fat bus. They're also a great category too. I like to put these in my Wendy's chili or my Health-Wise chili. Survival kit item, go buy Wendy's is my go-to. If it's fast food, I get me a chili, put these Cheez-Its in there. Man, oh man, that's a good meal. Good quick meal. What about Cheetos? Of course, you got to have a Cheeto void replacement. There's void replacements for everything. The problem with Bonito mac and cheese, it's hard to stop. They're so good. They're better than Cheetos. But you've got navy beans, or white beans, White beans, slow digestion. This is a good void replacement. But you got to do what I do if you don't have discipline with them. Get a Ziploc bag and fill up a hand, put it in a Ziploc bag. That's your portion. And you do that until you're done with the bag, because you won't be able to stop. These things are so good. But they are so much better for you than Cheetos. Looking for a cracker? Well, there's several void replacements for crackers, Bran Crisp bread, and Wassa high fiber. Wassa fiber crackers and Wassa Crisp and light crackers will work, but also the Bran Crisp crackers. I like the pumpkin seed ones the best. I like them better than the original. What about muffins? Just had a tablespoon of peanut butter and one no better muffin a couple of days ago as a meal. So you could do a no better muffin. I could go get it if y'all wanted me to. I'm not making this stuff up. They're little chocolate chip muffins full of fiber. They're delicious. But you could also do a mighty muffin. A mighty muffin is fast and easy. You just put a little water in there, mix it up well, microwave it 55 seconds to a minute, and you got a great muffin. Another tip, if I have anybody else that likes the No Better chocolate chips, putting the No Better chocolate chips in these muffins and stirring it up before you heat it up, man, they're ooey gooey deliciousness. Soy sauce, it's approved. It's a freebie, but why not do something that's healthier? Bragg's liquid aminos. Aminos help preserve muscle and build metabolism. What about Hershey's chocolate syrup? Hershey's chocolate syrup. You've got Walden Farms calorie-free chocolate syrup as a void replacement. It's really good. I get it. A lot of Walden Farms calorie-free products aren't that good, but this one's a good one. It's a good one. And if you look in the library, again, remember, this is very abridged. If you look in the library, you'll see sugar-free Hershey's syrup. That's approved too. I'm just saying this is the best one. What about pancake syrup? Love my Advanced Health System pancakes. Lord have mercy. Aunt Jemima, replace with Walden Farms calorie-free pancake syrup or Aunt Jemima sugar-free syrup. Pancakes. Several pancake options in the food library. I'm going to go with the best weight loss one, Advanced Health Systems pancakes. They're the best. I take these things and I make not just pancakes, but I make pig in the blankets. I'll take the 97% Hebrew National Franks, cut them up, fry them in oil, make me some pancakes, and I'll roll them up, toothpick them, and I've got pigs in the blanket. But they're really good weight. It's a good weight loss product. Now, if you go to resources in the search engine, you're looking for something you can get at the grocery store, just search waffles and pancakes, waffles and then pancakes. And you'll see options there that you can buy at your local grocery store if you prefer doing that as opposed to buying these specialty products. But if you do it my way, you'll get better results. Promise you that. Reese cups, I done told you, got to have a void replacement for a Reese's. I've probably had more of these as a snack than anything else on our planet because I love Reese's so much. I can have up to 6. I rarely do that. Less is best, but I can have up to 6 peanut butter cup patties from Chocolate. High fiber. No blood sugar impact. Almost no blood sugar impact. They also have pecan clusters for those of you that like pecan clusters. They're just so delish. And to think I can eat a Reese cup and gain weight, or I can eat a peanut butter cup patty and lose weight. Which do you want? Here's the pecan clusters. Turtles. You got a turtle replacement. Chocolate puts out some great products. Pecan clusters. 6 grams of fiber per piece. So you can have up to 6. That would be 36 grams of fiber. You get all your daily fiber in just those. Now, I'm not suggesting that you do that unless you're having that momentary weakness where you're craving something and you need a fix. But if you do a regular turtle, you got fat bust city, fat storage, and then 2 days without burning fat. There's cornmeal options, right? So you get the cornmeal texture with TVP, textured vegetable protein. I'll take this, grind it in a coffee grinder, and I've got a great flour that I bread onion rings with, okra with, squash with, fish with, chicken with, and I lose weight. Back to beefaroni, Chef Boyardee. You've got the Advanced Health Systems cheesesteak pasta. The mac and cheese and the fettuccine is 1-pack. Here you can have 1-pack with a category 1 or 2 or 7 or whatever, right? Or you can have 2-packs. This is lower calorie than the fettuccine or macaroni and cheese, so even a better weight loss option. You can have peanuts. Peanuts are a category 6 superfood. But sometimes it's about doing even something better, right? If I have a handful of Planters peanuts, I've had a couple hundred calories. In an entire package of At Last fava beans, I've only got 400 calories. So I get a lot more bang volume for my buck, right? You can use At Last fava beans because they're a category 6 as a meal or a snack. And they're delicious. My favorite, everybody else likes the ranch and the garlic one. Man, do I love the wasabi one. Don't do Slim Fast, please. Switch to an approved shake mix like Finaflex, Chocorite, Synthesix. Oh yeah, they're just better than Slim Fast. The Shibboleth one. What about people that love to suck on suckers and lollipops and lifesavers? We got you covered. Candy Creek lollipops. Candy Creek lollipops, no blood sugar impact. Good for you, good for the kids. Rice went over tonight. Don't have to get to a stopping point. Rice. Instead of rice, have quinoa. Or, let's see what comes up here. Miracle Rice. Miracle Rice or quinoa is a great void replacement for instant rice. Long grain brown rice is fine, but I'd much rather have rice cauliflower, Miracle Rice, or quinoa. Much better for weight loss, much healthier. Biscotti. You like biscotti? Go with Healthwise biscotti. 5 Healthwise biscotti is an extra. 7's a snack. So that means I can have up to 12 if I wanted them. You know what I like to do with these? I like to have them for lunch as a meal. How will you do that? Well, I'll have 5, 6 of them, whatever. 5, 6, even 7 if you wanted it, and a tablespoon of nuts and more. So I could have 2 tablespoons of nuts and more, but I'll just do 3 teaspoons. That sounds better than 1 tablespoon. With my biscotti, I'm satisfied. I've changed so much. Now, when I first lost my weight, it wasn't this way. I wanted to eat as much as I could get away with eating and still lose weight. But now I don't like to feel it in my stomach, especially when I go to bed. I like to feel a lightness of being, you know. You'll get there too. So I like to eat something light, tasty. It ain't like I'm not going to get another meal. We act like every meal's the Last Supper. You're going to get another meal in a few hours, right? What about, is that wine? Lord have mercy. My wine, somebody's been listening, my wine void replacement. You can have wine and beer on the program. You just have to know how to fit it in. But what's better, I've confessed that after back surgery, I developed a problem with wine. And I drank too much wine. I drank a lot of wine. And it was offsetting my goals, right? So I found a good replacement, a void replacement. I'll take, for any of you that's drinking too much wine, give it a shot. Get you a glass, and this turns into a weight loss elixir. I take an ounce of Bragg's apple cider vinegar, and then I get me out the Ocean Spray Diet, cold Ocean Spray Diet, fill my wine glass up, and the apple cider vinegar gives it the twang like wine so that you sip it and don't gulp it. And you've got almost a little bit of a sweet muscadine wine type of flavor, but it's a good void replacement. Abby says, I do this every night. I don't do it every night. I do it every night I'm not drinking real wine. I just told on myself. But you can have wine. You just have to do it within the system. I like to go 4 to 5 days, nothing. And then on the weekend, I'll loosen up and I'll intermittent fast all day so I can have my little glass of wine with my fish and my broccoli. I love it. Oatmeal. We're getting to the end. We'll stop whether we are or not. Oatmeal. You've got Quaker oatmeal. You can replace Quaker oatmeal with Quaker weight control oatmeal. That's a good replacement for Quaker original. Quaker weight control oatmeal. That's a SKU of theirs. What's great for weight loss? Whey infused oatmeal, like Healthwise oatmeal. I'll take a package of this and have with my scrambled eggs. I'll take 2 packages of this and put some berries on top and eat it as a great fat-burning meal. It's going to be better for you than weight control, but our mission is to teach you how to do this at the local grocery store. You won't find this at the local grocery store, but you will find Quaker weight control. I'm going to stop there. We've been going a while. I'm losing a lot of folks, which tells me I've been talking too much and too long. All right. So let me stop the share. Questions, comments tonight. Did you enjoy it? Did you get anything out of it? Thank you, Andrea. Thank you. My pleasure to my fellow wine drinkers. Yes, can't love something so much that it gets a hold on us. See, we all believe different here, but I believe that these are some things that it's lawful for me to have, but I'll let nothing master me. Wasn't it Paul that said that? He said, all things are lawful to me, but I'm paraphrasing, but I'm not going to let anything master me. I'm going to achieve my goals. Quest protein powder is one of many in our library, and it works. Yes, Glenda, yes. Sharon, I'm so glad you're back and motivated. Thank you, Brianne. Thank you, Amy. Thank you, everybody. Questions, comments. Overtime now. Overtime. I did record. Let's get this done this year, please. It means so much to me for you to reach your goals and to know that selfishly that my life has meaning, because I really believe that if I can get one person to do this and do it right and make it their lifestyle, that we've prolonged the quality of somebody's life and we've blessed the name of the Lord. And that just means so much to me. I want you to reach your goal so bad. I do. You're going to feel so much better. Life is too short to give yourself over to food. Don't let your belly be your God. Question is, thank you, Michelle. Thank you. Question is from Kim. Can you have unsweetened cashew or almond milk? There are circumstances which you can have those. I would suggest you look in the food library. We don't recommend them. But the unsweetened cashew or almond, even if it's not, I'm positive that unsweetened is going to be fine. I'm not so sure they have enough protein for you to use them with some of the phase 2 cereals. In other words, take, for example, one of the lesser approved cereals like Reese Puffs. You can't take a cup of Reese Puffs and put with that unsweetened almond milk and neutralize the fat bus. You would have to put that with Kroger Carb Master, Fat-Free Fairlife, or egg whites, right? So what I'd have to see the application by which you were going to use it to be certain. But there's not a lot in there that's going to hurt you because it's unsweetened. Thank you, Cynthia. Hey, Barbara. Anybody got anything else? Can you lose weight? This is a good question, everybody. Can you lose, Denise asks, can you lose weight when you mainly use meal replacements like OYA bars, cereal, basically not cooking? If you use approved meal replacements and you eat one per meal, you'll lose weight faster doing that than anything else. And let me qualify that. You won't lose weight. It won't be the long-term solution. It won't be the best lifestyle. It won't be the best to get bioavailable nutrition into your cells. But from a weight loss standpoint, it's the best because it controls your portion and it controls blood sugar. It kind of takes it out of your hands. Example. This is an example. Listen, if you're new, I'm answering somebody's specific question. We prefer all day that we get the right blend of weight loss and wellness together. I'd much rather you have egg white omelets and approved spaghetti and approved casseroles, but time out, or fish and broccoli, but time out. Give you an example. If I would say I got up and for breakfast I had Advanced Health Systems cereal with fat-free Fairlife milk. Then for lunch I had a Mighty Muffin. And then for dinner, I had Healthwise spaghetti and meatballs. And that's what I had. You'll lose weight faster that way than doing anything else because it controls blood sugar, because it's approved foods. Therefore, it controls insulin and it controls calories. So for those of you that don't like to cook, you just got it. It's less expensive to live that way. It's better to get rid of the fat. It's a great way to lose weight rapidly, as healthfully as possible while learning a real whole food program like ours. Yes, meal replacements are the bomb. They control our portions, Leah. Good deal. Dinner's always the best time to do it because that's when we usually get in trouble with portions. So if I'm eating a portion control meal, I'm nailing it. Barbara asked, isn't approved shake alone good for breakfast? Absolutely. Absolutely. Again, it goes back to if I'm talking to dietitians, I'm going to tell the dietitian we're promoting y'all that y'all have a nice egg white spinach omelet with fat-free feta cheese. And yeah, but if you're asking me, hey, or telling me I'm not going to do that, I'm not going to cook that, saying, can I have a shake? Approved one? Yes. And you'll lose weight. Meal replacement dinners are the bomb for weight loss. Absolutely. Especially if they're approved. If you just do any meal replacement and you don't neutralize insulin, it's not helping you. You got to make sure that insulin's neutralized. Anybody else before we go tonight? Good night. Sorry if I missed this, but what's the best void replacement for a bagel? I think they no longer make the ones I used to get at the Cartersville store. Probably No Better Foods. Go to No Better Foods website or check with Sasha and see if she can get them for you. They're going to be the best. Anybody else? All right. Don't forget class. Got class Wednesday night. Got class on Saturday morning. 2 more classes this week online. It's No Better. KNOW. No Better Foods. We carry some of their products like their croutons, their chocolate chips. I'm Addicted, their cookies. They're a fabulous company. Hope they stay in business. They're awesome. My favorite wow challenge, all of them. All of them. Whichever one you like the best is going to work the best. There's a lot of them in there. They're all good. They all work. It depends on my mood. Typically, any of the bio coffee ones. I love the bio coffee ones. That's where I couple the wow challenge with intermittent fasting. I like the bio coffee and the moringa hot chocolate wow challenges. Anybody else? Thank you, Kay. Good to see you, Kay Edwards. Yes, Judy, you can watch this later. I'll be sending you the link tomorrow. It'll also be in the website. I say I'll send you the link. If you register for Zoom, you'll get the link. If you didn't register for Zoom, it'll be in the website. All you got to do anytime you're looking for anything is just tag us if you can't find it. I know our website's huge. Probably the biggest website, wellness website that there is. Nobody, kind of an underground program, but we have the biggest, most content-driven website that's out there, wellness and weight loss, that is. But anytime you can't find anything, just tag us in the Facebook group and tell us what you're looking for, and one of the virtual assistants will help you come up with the link for what you're looking for. Can you use Health-Wise hot chocolate instead of bio coffee and wow challenges if you're not a coffee drinker? Janice, there are Health-Wise hot chocolate challenges. Got to go with those. It's not that you can't. If you're not doing, Janice, let me answer it two ways. If you're not doing an official wow, you haven't accepted the challenge, yes, you have the autonomy to do that, and you'll always get great results. But from a standpoint of officially doing the wow challenge, we stick with the rules. And if you accept the challenge, it's a self-discipline challenge. And even though there's things that you could do all day, every day, that would make great replacements for some of the items I've put together, the wow challenge, they're not just food challenges, they're behavior modification challenges. So if you accept one officially, that's your intent, you have to stick with the wow challenge as it's written. Does that make sense? But as far as you just doing it on your own, you're not interested in doing an official challenge and it being a self-discipline challenge. You're just wanting to, hey, this looks like a good meal plan. Can I replace this with hot chocolate? Yes. Hope that makes sense. Anybody else? Was the grilled cheese challenge removed? It shouldn't be. Shouldn't be. I'd have to go look, and I can't really go look right now. Grilled cheese challenge is a viable challenge. If it's not there or it's disappeared, just tag Joan and ask where the grilled cheese challenge is. It's somewhere. It's just a big website. Anybody else? It may be called something else now. I know there's one grilled cheese challenge that you have grilled cheese and tomato soup. It's good. It's a good one. I like it. Anybody else? Wow challenges are lose up to 1 pound per day challenges. For all my mathematicians out there, that's up to 30 pounds in 1 month if you did 30 of them. Okay, y'all, I'm going to get out of here, start processing this video so I can get it to you in the morning. Look forward to connecting with you in the morning. Thanks for tuning in. We love you and God bless you.